Hi guys, it's Ben Heath from Lead Guru, and in this video, I'm going to explain why you don't have access to the latest Facebook advertising features, but why I and other people may do. I think it's going to be an interesting video topic. Before I get into it, I want to very quickly ask you to smash that like button and of course subscribe to my channel if you're new and haven't done so already. So I'm in a relatively new Facebook advertising feature that not all of you watching this will have access to yet. And that's something called Facebook ad strategies. And here is just the dashboard of what it looks like. I'm going to have more videos on Facebook ad strategy separately, but I wanted to do this to demonstrate. And if you go into your Facebook ad account, you click on these three little lines, go into Ads Manager, and you scroll down under Advertise, you may see ad strategies here. And this is the tool that I'm talking about, something that's relatively new. You may not. Why does that happen? Facebook is testing new things and new features all the time. And what they do is they don't just roll out a new feature like Facebook ad strategies to everyone. They roll it out to a specific group of people, and that specific group changes. And they basically test it amongst those people. It might be 20,000 advertisers. It might be 100,000 advertisers. They test it amongst those people. They see how it performs. If it does really well, and they believe it would be beneficial for everyone to have access to it, then they roll it out to everyone and you see it come out into their ad account. If it doesn't, often it disappears. Sometimes they keep going back and forth and testing these sorts of things. So that is part of the reason why there is often quite a lot of variation between different Facebook advertisers' features and capabilities, which is just a quick aside. If I'm ever demonstrating something in one of my Facebook ad accounts and you can see it in mine, but you can't see it in yours, that may well be why. It might not be that, something has changed, whatever. It might just be that I have access to it, but you don't yet. So ad strategies was a perfect example. Now, I got access to this probably best part of 6 months ago now, I would have thought. Yeah, I would say at least 6 months ago, actually. And I got access to ad strategies even well ahead of a lot of my own team members. And a lot of my own team members are, of course, all my team members are, of course, part of my business manager and they have access to similar stuff. But I got this functionality. I remember sitting down with some of my account managers and going through setting up this ad strategies tool, which is basically like automated sales funnel processes with retargeting. It's really cool. I'm going to have more info about it once it gets rolled out. And they didn't have it, but I had access to it, which is really interesting. And Facebook will often do that, right? So they will often roll things out to higher spenders, advertisers that have been more active on the platform and been advertising for longer, because I think they know that the more experienced advertisers, the ones with larger budgets, have more resources and time and understanding to be able to test new things out and dedicate time to it. And that's where they're looking to test things, okay? So that's the first thing. Look, if I'm ever demonstrating something or I talk about something and you don't have it, it doesn't mean you won't or that it's gone away. It might in fact mean that you haven't got it yet. That's the first thing. Second thing is that the more you spend, the longer you advertise on the platform, the more likely you are to get access to these new features and tools early on. And if you do see something pop up, like I saw ad strategies pop up many months ago before I even heard other people talking about it, and we've tested it out a bunch, and it seems like Facebook ad strategies is now getting rolled out to more and more people. More and more of my team members are getting it. Still not everyone. I'm sure people watching this video have maybe seen it pop up recently. And more of you will continue to see it pop up as an option going forward. But if you do see something like that pop up and not many people are talking about it, definitely test it. There's definitely a new feature boom, I would say, that when you test something brand new, Facebook seems to be dedicating a lot of resources to it. There's probably some engineers that are very heavily invested in wanting to get it to work and perform really well. It seems to do really well often early on. And even if it doesn't completely, the new feature thing doesn't blow it out the water and doesn't perform really well, it might give you a competitive advantage over your competitors anyway. So for example, Facebook ad strategies, for those who aren't familiar, is a tool, as I mentioned, that creates like automated funnels where you're able to retarget and all that sort of stuff in a fairly automated fashion. Facebook takes care of a lot of that for you. Really interesting. We're going to talk about it more later on. But that is something I said that we could have used, we have been using and have been testing for, I'd say, at least 6 months now. Most other Facebook advertisers have not had access to this during that time period. It has performed, on average, slightly better than our other campaigns. Not much, but slightly better, which is great. We're always after some improvements. But also, that sort of thing can give you a massive competitive advantage. So if you do see something pop up, definitely take the time and test it and see how it performs. But yeah, I've had a lot of questions from people saying things like, I can't see that in my Facebook ad account, or I don't have access to this. And a lot of the times is, you have not been selected by Facebook, for that thing, for the testing process of that thing. Once it gets rolled out to everyone, you will get it. And they don't roll out everything, by the way, guys. There's things that they've tested that they've gone, actually, that doesn't work. And then they pull it back and we never hear from it again. But just be aware that this goes on. And if you see discrepancies between my ad account and your ad account, that's what's going on. If you see anything new pop up, and obviously it seems like it might be appropriate, like Facebook ad strategies, go ahead and give it a go, because I think you're more likely to see an improvement in results than the opposite. And it's always fun to test new stuff. Okay, hopefully that's been useful. Before you go, just want to quickly mention our Facebook advertising services. So my company, Lead Guru, is a Facebook specialist Facebook and Instagram advertising agency. We create, manage, and optimize Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns for our clients. We've spent tens of millions, maybe even hundreds of millions on ads. And that's part of the reason why we get access to tools before most people, which is fantastic. And if you were to work with us, might give you a competitive advantage. But if you're interested in our services, we have a 3K per month minimum budget. You can find out more by booking a free call with one of my team members. Just click on the link in the video description below. That'll take you through to a page on our website. And you can, no obligation chat, just to find out more about how we work, our charging process. We can find out about your business. If we've worked with a business like yours before, we most likely have. We've run thousands of campaigns. And maybe we get a chance to work together. Either way, I want to wish you the best of luck with your Facebook ad campaigns. If you found this useful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and haven't done so already. Very, very important. And comment below. Comments, questions. I get to as many as I can, and I see them all. So the feedback is always helpful. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.